What belong as Commander, and welcome to a new video on space engineers. Now, as we start this episode, I'm holding a slightly different tool, not me actual auto rifle, but instead me dismantler. But I've still got that crosshair in front of me face. Oh, it's a pain. Anyway, never mind. But yeah, you joined me in the middle of the day. Wow, in the middle of like early morning, which is nice. So I'm not actually faffing about in the dark, which is actually really rather nice. Now, as you can see, I have been busy. I've finished off the solar farm, and I'm recharging one of my batteries just to make sure that it actually works, and it works relatively nice. They're not actually active at the moment because there's not adequate like sunlight, so they're but they do work because I have played a lot off camera, just like gathering materials and whatnot. And in the way of gathering materials, I have been over there in that like area until we head back on to that iron deposit that we found underground in the Juggernaut, and we've managed to collect an awful lot of materials, so very, very happy about that. I've also, on the Juggernaut, I've put one of these what are they, the large cargo containers on the top of here. Now this is a smaller edition, but it holds 15,000 litres worth of materials, as well as all of the other cargoes, like cargo ports in the Juggernaut as well. So I've been collecting an awful lot of iron, and as well as building this, which I'll come to in a second, I have collected together. Ow! What happened now? I think I tripped over or something. Actually, no, it's in this. It's in the big cargo container. I've got ready for today's episode. I need to put some lights in it. Actually, we'll do that in a minute. Just under 6,000 steel plates, which is also very nice. But what I need now is I need some lights to go in there. So what we need light. Double corner light, that'll do. Stick that there. I'll tell you what the piping's for in a minute, although half of it doesn't actually work properly. Any construction comps, that's not a problem. Yeah, no, I'm not even sure if the lights actually work effectively or not, which is a bit of a pain. It's a bit of a faff at the same time as well, but it's not a problem either, really. Right, let's just go over here. Right, let's build some of these lights. I'm not sure. I think it's steel plates we need anyway for these lights. Let me turn my torch on so I can actually see what the flipping hell I'm doing. So that's one. No. There you go, that's another one. That's another one. No, why'd you have to be placed there for? That's another one. And that is another one. Like that. And that is just... oh no, it's just construction continuity. This is all good. Right, so we'll craft these all together. That is good. Like that. That like that. That like that. And this along like this like that. Nice. Now, we've got a bit of light in the situation. It's not very bright. It's a bit naff, but light is light, so I can actually see what I'm doing, which is very good in its entirety. No, but basically what this is it's like a big storage room where I've got two big cargo containers. Now, I'm hoping to expand this to make it go all the way this way and all the way that way. Maybe have it 2 floors, maybe with some like other things in it. But I just needed to how the situation basically arose was because of the new survival overhaul update the space engineers released just recently, a couple months ago by the time you're watching this video. The amount of things you can put into one cargo container has decreased significantly. And I'm not sure whether the actual space inside cargo containers has decreased or whether the weight of specific items has increased. I don't know, but the amount of stuff that you can put into certain cargo containers has decreased significantly. So I found myself running out of space, especially in my refineries and in my assemblers. So if I look in here, I should have some... oh right, so it's already refined, but if I had like, let's say 30,000 30k's worth of iron ore, I could stick that all in this refinery and get away with it. I can barely stick 10k in there now. So I think it's because the weight of things like iron ore and iron and that has increased by quite a lot. It's a bit of a pain, but it's not like an overall problem because it means it takes longer. But I've got these big cargo containers which suffice massively. I mean, look at like 241 liters worth of or L. I assume that means liters. I don't know. But worth of space. So considering we've got 2 of these, I think we're going to be quite well off for that on that front. Now, as we can see down here, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be making or starting to make the lighthouse. Now, there's two ways this can go. It can go perfectly swimmingly. We're not going to finish it today, but it can either go perfectly swimmingly, or it's going to crash and burn in every which way. I know which one I want it to go. I don't know which one you want to do, whether you want to see me actually succeed or fail. But first things first is we have got a incoming communication from the Galactic Republic. I've managed to get the actual comm system now. The antenna seems to be working for some stupid reason. Oh, and no signal. Oh, we're going to have a look at that in a minute. So, let's just have a look at what this transmission is from the Republic. Incoming transmission. Location, Central Command. Greetings, CommanderPrime. This is Admiral Colerne. I'm pleased to hear that you are settling into the planet and that your base is coming along well. You are not on the plan to just explore, and I have got intel from the Republic for your first mission. There have been reports of a Confederate cruiser crashed somewhere on the planet, and you are to investigate once the Republic has sent me the coordinates to it. Speak soon. Admiral Colerne, Admiral of the Republic Navy. Alright, so that's interesting. So, there's somewhere in this barren wasteland, we got a cruiser from the Confederacy, a crashed Confederate cruiser that needs to be, like, investigated. Okay, right, well, I'll leave the finding of those coordinates to the Republic, and hope that they get back to me with it. But it's not like we haven't got anything to entertain ourselves with in the meantime. I've got stuff I need to do, and the Republic have got stuff they need to do as well. But yeah, so on the topic of these pipes, basically what I was trying to do was I was trying to get things that were being assembled and refined to go into their relevant cargo containers. So what it was originally was this assembler. These 2 conveyors weren't here. But what I was trying to do was getting things from that refinery to go through this tube and into this first cargo container. So anything like ores and whatnot will go in the first cargo container. And anything that's been like assembled, like iron or like steel plates or interior plates or whatever, will go into the second cargo container that we've got inside there. To just segregate things out a bit. But what I found was happening was, and maybe it's the position that I've got the assemblers in, but things were going from the from the refinery straight into the assembler, and the assembler straight into the wrong cargo container. And sometimes it'd work, sometimes it wouldn't, and sometimes they just randomly go in the wrong containers, which is slightly stupid. But now I've got them both just to go in a random cargo container, but I don't think the second one has actually got anything in it. I don't think. 333 steel plates. I'll take that. It's more than, that's 333 more than we would have had normally. Okay, that's a surprise, but a welcome one. Surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Right, we'll stick these back in here. And we shall, first of all, we'll go and have a look at unknown signal. How much hydrogen have I got? I got 50% in one of my tankers. Let's fill up my hydrogen. I could do with a bit of a fill up anyway, so let's stick that in there and stick that in there. Nice. 1, 2, no. There you go. That's nice. Right, let's go and have a look at this unknown signal, because some of the stuff that it's got could help us give us a few more resources with trying to build that lighthouse. Now, I know this is going to sound a little bit stupid, but bear with me, because my logic is, I believe my logic is correct in this. And I know, well, I know my logic is correct in this, because I tried it on my laptop, on on my Space Engineers on my laptop because I got a copied world that I've just got in full creative, so I can just play about with different things. What we got here? Yeah, okay, press button. Try looking at a new special item. Let's have a look. See what we can find. Ooh, zebra boots. Okay, right, now I'm gonna break you apart. There we go. That's the parachute hatch. I want... What's that? That's a small battery. Where's the cargo container? Yeah. Ah, there it is. I want the cargo container, because sometimes they got motors in it. I'll take the other, enhanced saw, so might be useful in the future. It would just turn me volume down, maybe, so I can actually hear what I'm saying. But yeah, no, what I've basically done is, because Space Engineers is very blocky, what I've done is I've gotten my tutorial off of a Minecraft tutorial that I watched ages ago on how to build a lighthouse in Minecraft. And the logic behind it is exactly the same because it's all blocky. Oh, come on. The logic behind it is exactly the same because of the mechanics of how things are put together. Now, the only problem that I'm facing is that... The only problem that I faced on the PC, on my laptop edition, is that when we get to the glass around the top of the lighthouse, because the only glass we've got is in this game at the moment is bulletproof glass, it doesn't resemble, like, attaching to each other, if that makes sense, to make a corner. And because it's a very blocky game in itself, to have that is a bit of a pain. So maybe I think is there corners in this game, like bulletproof glass corners? Let's just have a look. Oh Christ, I don't think I've got to that part yet. Can't quite remember. I ain't got the progression. Oh Christ, glass. No, I've not got glass yet. Oh yeah, I do. Slope, face. There's a Okay, so maybe we do have sides, but they work slightly differently. I'll have a go with that on my laptop, because we're not going to get all of this done. We've also got some Death Star stuff. Now, I've got a mod attached to this game, to this world, which gives us Death Star, components. So I'm thinking of, like, changing this base up a bit, not by an awful lot, but just adding a few different, like new floors and whatnot in. I think that might look quite cool. Just got like catwalk corner, catwalk, intersection, cross intersection, and all of this jazz. So we've also got letters as well, which are quite cool. I'm gonna write some letters on somewhere, but I've got to get to that first. So what we're going to do now, what have I got in my inventory that I don't need? Quite a lot. Oh, that's cool. That's useful. Right, so what I need is let's put this away, this away, this away, all of this. We don't need any of this. We'll take that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the framework in, like, on camera stuff, if that makes sense. But stuff that, but filling in things, I'm just going to speed up just because, like, it's just filling in blocks is, like, boring. So, basically, how this works, from what I've seen, is it basically goes from the topic of 3 up and all the way around. So, if we go, so we've got our base here, so let's just go, let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's go 3 up and see what that looks like a minute. Let me just go. I'm just gonna go back to my reference in a minute. I'll get my reference up on the my phone just next to me. I'll have a look. See where we get. Let me get the reference up. I'm back in 2 seconds. Alright, so I'm back. So that is right. That say that just so blooming die. I gotta learn to activate my jetpack. That's gonna get on my nerves otherwise. Right, let's just go down here. So down here. So that is right. So it is meant to be 4 up. Now, on the Minecraft tutorial, it's a lot less, like, to scale than it is going to be in Space Engineers, because the blocks in Space Engineers. I've lost half my blocks. I've lost a load of me iron. Lost a load of me steel plates. Oh, flipping heck. Right, we've got to be careful, because if I'm going to be losing my steel plates, this is not going to be fun. This is not going to be an enjoyable ride. I think I just saw something up on the screen there saying, like, I can't find steel plates, which is really annoying. Got another unknown signal, which is, like, interesting. Right, so let's get some more steel plates. So yes, that is right, what I'm doing here. So it needs to be from the base. So it's basically 3 up and all the way around is the reference for most of it from a base point of view. Except this one is actually just 4 up and all the way around. So let's I know place on, but that's fine. So let's just place all of this up here. So that should go up one more and build it up like that. Now, in the midst of episodes, because a lot of it is just like boring, just placing. Oh, flipping heck! I've lost my
Fuel critical.
Oh no. Alright guys, I'm back. I actually found a hydrogen container. Don't die, please. Tell me dampener's on. Yeah, no, I managed to find a hydrogen container just stashed away in my storage, just somewhere one of my cargo containers, which was very lucky, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to do this video otherwise, because I'm going to need a lot of jetpack fuel to fly about all the time. And I will need to go around and just get some more hydrogen, fill up my bottle eventually at some point, but it's better than just going back whenever just my hydrogen tank gets emptied, which is very frequently in this game, which is a bit of a pain, but it's fine. I don't need this. So yeah, so back to actually building this. How it goes is it's basically just like the main basis of the build is 3 up and all the way around. That's the like key to it. Now I'm going to colorize it afterwards because it's just a pain otherwise. But so what I need to do is I just need to fill all this in. This is going to take a flipping age, but what I'm going to do is I'm only going to fill in the top lot. So the top layer of each section, or the top and the bottom layer of each section, depending on where we get to. Just because I want to get through as much of this build as I can without wasting too many materials, just filling the entire lot in, because I can do that off camera. That's just grinding. It takes ages. It's gonna be a botched job of colorizing the bottom of that bloody solar panel thing up there. So I haven't probably colorized the bottom, so it's just like a mixture of different bloody colors, just a pain in the bum. But yeah, so what I'm just gonna do is just do for this one, I'm just going to fill in the top section, and then just fill in the bottom section as for anything else, because Space Engineers is a bit more logic and physics than Minecraft always ever was. You can't just have like floating blocks, so you actually have to have it attached by things. Now, the good thing about Space Engineers is that it's got no sense of realistic weight to it. So I can hold the entire top half of the lighthouse up by essentially 1 block. So that is also really rather good on that part. So let's just fill in this top bit. I don't gonna have enough iron for it to finish this top bit, but that's fine because I've got a lot more in my storage containers. I would have had even more if I hadn't just died by the fact that I just forgot to turn my jetpack on. But we'll forget that incident ever happened, shall we? I think that'd be a good idea. Right, so let's just fill in all of this. Right, so that's done. A lot of this is just going to be me just like working while skipping the video ahead, but that's just the way it's going to have to be. So what we're going to do next is, what I actually want to do is I want to just go back into the base, just collect some more steel plates and refill up my hydrogen, just so I know that I've got all that refilled, so I don't have to come back halfway through. But I'll show you what I mean when I say, so I've still got loads of it in there, but I'll refill it anyway. But I'll show you what I mean when I say the entire structure can be carried by just one block. Where are we? In there we go, that'll do. So let's just go over here a minute. I tell you what, this game, for all that I think of this game and how much of a pain in the bum it is, it absolutely shines when it's light. The graphics, I haven't even got my graphics settings up very high. Let's just go into my graphics a minute. See, a lot of it's just, if I turn my shaders up to high a minute. But what I find really interesting is, I haven't got my answer, yeah, that's fine. If I just click OK a minute, just looking at it, you know, I haven't got my settings up to full maximum because I haven't got the graphics card or the CPU to support it. But just looking at it, I've got most of my settings, nearly all of my settings on medium aside from that one that I just changed. I've got it all on medium, and this game still looks absolutely stunning. Like, you can look and see just vast landscapes looking brilliant, you know, from a distance. Now, if it wasn't for the fact that this game looked like looked as good as it did far away as it did up close, it'd be absolutely brilliant. But because it's such a large scale game, it's a bit of a pain for them to do that. But it's fine, but it still looks absolutely stunning anyway. The shadows, the effects on shadows that you can make, and the sun reflecting off of things, is just absolutely brilliant, I think. But anyway, enough of me admiring the beauty of this game. What I'm going to do... So how I'm going to do this is I have to have these all connected up. Now, I'm not going to fill these bits in, but the reason why I have to have these connected up is because if I don't, these two blocks are not sustained on their own. They do not float. And this is what I mean when I say about Minecraft logic is a little bit better than Space Engineers. That logic of just things just staying put is not there. It's actually got a sense of gravity to it. So I have to have everything connected by one block. Now, if I built this up, I don't need that there, but whatever. Now, this is all connected by this block here. Now, this block can hold this entire separate structure up all the way up to basically space, and it'd be fine. If I took that one block away, it would all just come crashing down and blow up, basically. Which is not good, but we're not going to have it up that high, but that's just the sort of thing that I mean when I say it's got, like, gravitational logic, but it does not have any type of weight logic. So, I mean, it's good because it doesn't mean that, it means I just don't have to faff about with supports and whatnot, but it's like a lack of logic nonetheless. So if I just go around, actually I might not need to make fill in the base on these. Actually, I should just be able to fill in the tops, and we should be okay on that front. But this goes 3 up and all the way around, so that'll go up to there, and then we'll go all the way around on this point, that to there, and that, like that, and that, and that. I will take away this block here because that's not needed. So yeah, so that was fine like that. So what I'm so this then goes all the way round. So what I'll do is I'll stick them all the way round like this, like that. I'm going to be using like more steel plates than I need. Actually no, I don't need these two here because this is just like a support. So in the grand scheme of things, that does not actually need to be there, because what that'll do is that'll solidify. It's the same as this. I don't need that here, because what it is it's just, as long as I've got the support on the bottom, theoretically, it should just support the entire structure, as long as I've got the supports on the bottom, keeping the entire thing stable. So theoretically, I don't actually need to put those up. I just need to put this outside bit up like this. So I might be wrong, and we'll find out if I'm wrong or not, because when I get to the top and finish off putting the entire thing together, the entire thing will just crash and burn on me. I hope not, because this thing is going to take flipping ages for me to make, and it takes an awful lot of iron resources. But well, hopefully if we the Republic find that separatist like cruiser or ship that they're promising me, then we should be able to get some materials off of that. Hopefully it's not too far away, because I can't be bothered. I can't be doing with it. I don't want to. Dear, things I do for the bloody Republic is unbelievable. Right, so we should go like that, and that should be fine as that. God, it looks like just a load of scaffolding. I'm not sure what you'd call it in like other countries like America or whatnot, but in the UK we call things like this scaffolding, and it's basically like the support for buildings. So if you're building something up, it's like the framework that goes around the edge of it, just to keep everything in place, so builders and that just can tottle around the outside, not fall off, so not just like clinging onto the building with a couple like ropes. It's not a safe way to do it, but looking at it from just like here, it just looks like a load of scaffolding. It looks like a load of scaffolding, or just like crap framework, if that makes sense. I don't know why. That's quite funny. But yeah, so let's fill this top layer in, and then we will go on and move on to the next layer.